Welcome to this week's 60-second data download, where we look at the week's news in 60 seconds. First up this week, an interesting story from politics. The Donald Data's dating app managed to leak its entire database of users on its day of launch. It was a Firebase-backed application. This isn't a Firebase issue, it's bad configuration. But they had 1,600 users, and TechCrunch reported that a security researcher was able to gain access to all their personal information, their private messages, their posts, make changes to that database and so on. So if you're a Firebase user, be careful with how you deploy your database, make sure it's locked down and make sure that you don't expose personal information to the wide world. Secondly this week, Apache Beam 2.7.0 has been released. New features include Kudu I/O, Amazon SNS Sync and Amazon SQS I/O as well, so interesting new cloud-based connections there. There's also experimental support for Python in the local Flink runner. And there's some examples as well if you're interested in getting started there. Internally, we're big fans of Apache Beam, having been down to the Beam Summit a couple of weeks ago, and we're looking forward to giving it a go. Last but not least this week, interesting move by MongoDB. They've announced a change to their server-side licensing for their open source product. It's changing from GPL v3 to a new license that they're calling the server-side public license. The idea being that private cloud vendors aren't contributing enough back to the code base, and so they want for those vendors to open up their code bases themselves or not use their platform. Commercial Mongo users won't see any different. If you're reliant on open source licensing internally in your product or your business, you may have some issues though, as it's not yet been signed off by the OSI. So be warned. Thanks for watching. Join us again next week for more data news.